Julie Gilmore, Miss Her, Power Pro, Lucky Alberta, Golden Days, No Ordinary Lady, Mary B. Lucky, and Bert on the outside. A field of 8 behind the gate. Top of the stretch. Here they come. Hare often pacing from the outside, No Ordinary Lady, Power Pro from in between horses is living out. On the inside, Julie Gilmore protects rail position, racing now in second, Power Pro. Following in third on the inside, that is Miss Her. On the outside, racing a second over, that is Golden Days and is on the move. Racing in fifth, Mary B. Lucky, followed down the backstretch by Lucky Alberta, Bert, and your early trailer is No Ordinary Lady. They race on past the opening quarter in 31 1/5. Out in front with a lead of a length and a quarter, that is Power Pro with Scott Hubbard. Golden Days still on the move, second on the outside. Racing in the pocket in third, that is Julie Gilmore. Miss Her is second over, fourth on the outside. Mary B. Lucky follows in fifth. Following that outer flow in sixth, that is Bert as they make their way down the stretch in front of the stand. First time and on past the half-mile station in 103 flat. It's Power Pro still with that lead. They enter the turn for the 5/8. They race on the inside. Julie Gilmore getting the good trip. Golden Days is still out there in third. Now tipping 3 wide, and Lonnie Stokes sends Miss Her now on the move from fourth. They race down the backstretch for the 3/4 mile station. Power Pro widening that lead now by a length and 3/4. Racing in second, Julie Gilmore. Miss Her is still on the move from third, past the 3/4 mile mark in 1:35 3. It's Power Pro with Scott Hubbard out in front by 2 open legs. Racing in second, Julie Gilmore, and Miss Her is still on the move from third. Mary B. Lucky shakes loose now from fourth. They have 1/8 of a mile left to go, and Power Pro off the turn. Now still on the move on the outside. Here comes Mary B. Lucky, but they're not going to catch Power Pro today. It's Power Pro by 3 lengths over Mary B. Lucky. Looks like No Ordinary Lady got up for the show. Time for the mile, 2:06 2. Now returning, the unofficial winner of race number 1, that's number 3, Power Pro, a 5-year-old brown pacing gelding by Pro Bono Best from the Big Towner mare, Linwood Metra. Owned by Serge Cormier of Quispamsis, trained by Debbie Kirkpatrick. Driven this afternoon to victory by Scott Hubbard. 3, Power Pro in 2:06 2. Race 2, top of the stretch with Crowley Creek, Expos Dream, Belle of the Band, Fun on a Star, Fundiana, and Clover Hills Dot. A field of 6, claiming fillies and mares. Here they come. And they're off from the outside. Fundiana leaving out in between horses, Expos Dream. And on the inside, Crowley Creek assumes command. It's Crowley Creek taking him on into the turn, leading him by a length and a quarter. Racing in second, that is Expos Dream. Belle of the Band now looking at it from third. Racing fourth on the outside, Fundiana, followed down the backstretch by Fun on a Star. And your early trailer is Clover Hills Dot. They race down the backstretch for the opening quarter mile station Mark Haig with Crowley Creek takes him on past there in 32 and 1. Expos Dream racing a tight second. Third on the outside and on the move once again. There goes Fundiana racing in fourth. Bellow the Band. And then Fun on a Star gets underway from fifth. Following that outer flow. The trailer, as they come off the turn, is still Clover Hills Dot. They race on down the stretch in front of the stand for the first time. And they battle on front. Fundiana with Todd Trites. It's pokes a nose in front, past a half-mile station in 104 flat. Crowley Creek racing now in second as they make their way into the turn for the 5/8. Expos Dream a tight third, racing fourth on the outside. Fun on a Star racing in fifth and skimming the cones as they make their way down the backstretch. That is Bellow the Band, and Clover Hills Dot gets underway from sixth. They race down the backstretch for the 3/4 mile station, and Crowley Creek leads it by 3/parts of a length once again. 3/4 reached in 1:34 and 3. It's Crowley Creek with Mark Haig. Fundiana racing second. There goes Fun on a Star, tipping 3 wide round that turn. Now pacing rough and goes off stride. Fun on a Star off stride as they have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Crowley Creek. Expos Dream now has room to get to the outside. Crowley Creek is widening that margin with every stride. Crowley Creek to win it by 3.5 lengths, finishing second. Expos Dream. Fundiana was third. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. Turning now is the unofficial winner of race 2, number 1, Crowley Creek. 7-year-old bay mare by Island Fantasy from the Dreammaker Dam Dreamulator. Owned and trained by Colleen Clancy of St. John. Mark Haig in the sulky this afternoon for the victory, number 1, Crowley Creek, unofficially in 2:04 and 3. Satan's Little Number, Bend Down, Ryan's Fancy, Wilson's Cam, and Rumble Cheeks. A field of 6 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Satan's Little Number out of there quickly to grab the early lead. Racing in second, Cookie Lar E goes. Ryan's Fancy free-legging his way up to be third on the outside. Bend Down following in fourth. Racing in fifth, that's Wilson's Cam. And your early trailer is Rumble Cheeks. They make their way down the backstretch. Now settle in single file as they make their way on to the opening quarter. Gordy Hennessy and Satan's Little Number leaded by 2 3/4 lengths. Racing in second, Kirkylar E goes in 31 and 1. Driving now in, settling on the inside in third, that's Ryan's Fancy. Bend Down following in fourth. Then comes Wilson's Cam. Rumble Cheeks can see them all. They make their way on past the 3/8. Action on the outside. Ryan's Fancy now on the move from third, now second, and now challenging for that lead. They drive in front of the stand first time and on past that half-mile station. It's Satan's Little Number past there in 1:02 and 4/5. It's Satan's Little Number on the inside. Ryan's Fancy second on the outside. Driving third on the inside, that is Cookie Lar E goes. Wilson's Cam now following that cover, now tipping 3 wide as they make their way down the backstretch for the 3/4 mile station. Out in front, Satan's Little Number by 3/parts of a length. Wilson's Cam on the outside. In between horses, Ryan's Fancy. They race 3 wide past past 3/4 in 1:35 flat. It's Satan's little number now by a diminishing half length. Racing in second, Ryan's Fancy. On the outside, Wilson's Cam. Cookie Larry goes begging for racing room on the inside. They're tightly bunched. You can throw a blanket over and pass the 7/8 on down the stretch for home. And Ben Down emerges from the pack on the outside. Ben Down turning it on in deep stretch to win it. Ben Down finishing second was Rumble Cheeks, up to be third, Ryan's Fancy. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 4. Turning now is the unofficial winner of race 3. That is number 3, Ben Down. 4-year-old bay pacing gelding by Mantorius from the Denman Dam, Don't Let Me Down. Owned by Downey Stables of St. John, trained and driven to victory by Steve Mason. 3, Ben Down in 2:05 and 4, your unofficial race winner. It is rolling for race 4 with Twilight Charm, Spring It On Me, OB Viking, Hacks Boy, Elm Grove Bandit, Valid Appeal, and Dusty Lane Oscar. A field of 7 behind the gate. In second, now driving the third on the inside as they make their way on past the 3/8. Twilight Charm racing fourth on the outside as they make their way down the lane. Valid Appeal fifth on the outside. Elm Grove Bandit down in front of this grandstand for the first time and race on past the half-mile station. That is Spring It On Me, past here in 1:01 and 2. It's a Spring It On Me, the leader by a length and a quarter. OB Viking right there in second. Twilight Charm looks at it from third. Valid Appeal parked out in fourth. Racing in fifth on the inside, that is Hacks Boy. Then Elm Grove Bandit eyes a 3 wide trail in third. And then comes Dusty Lane Oscar. They race down the backstretch for the 3/4 mile station, and Mark Haig with Spring It On Me leading it by a length and 3/4. 1:33 and 2 past the 3/4 mile station. OB Viking to the outside from second. Twilight Charm in third. They race off the turn and past the 7/8 on down the stretch for home. On the inside, Spring It On Me on the outside. OB Viking, they battle it out. OB Viking now turning it on in deep stretch. OB Viking with Scott Hubbard going to win it by 1 3/4 lengths. Finishing second was Spring It On Me. Dusty Lane Oscar was third. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 1. Turning with his second winner on the program is Scott Hubbard, this time with number 3, OB Viking, a 10-year-old bay pacing gelding by Keystone Raider from the RKP Dam, Debbie Spartan. Owned by Mike Morris, Mike Clinton, Scott Hubbard of St. John. Trained by Mike Morris. Driven to victory this afternoon by Scott Hubbard. 3, OB Viking in 2:03 and 1, your unofficial race winner. Gate is rolling for race 5 with Dusty Lane Buster, Skill Factor, Losetown, Artistry, Kara's All-American, and Victor. A field of 6 behind the gate. Here they come. Here, off and pacing from the outside, Kara's All-American leaving out to grab that early lead. On the inside, Dusty Lane Buster now racing in second. Skill Factor coming away in third. Losetown looking at it 2.5 lengths back in fourth. Followed down the backstretch as they make their way on to the opening quarter-mile station by Victor and Artistry, the early trailer. They race now down the backstretch and out in front with that lead. That's Kara's All-American by a tight length and a quarter. In 32 seconds flat. There's action on the outside. Skill Factor sets sail for the lead from third, now second, now challenging for that lead. Racing in third, that is Dusty Lane Buster. Losetown looks at it from fourth. Off the turn and down the lane they race for the half-mile station. Racing in fifth on the outside, Victor, then Artistry in sixth. They race on past that half-mile station, neck and neck, in 102 and 2. On the inside, Kara's All-American, Skill Factor second on the outside. Racing in between horses and now taking over third spot. There goes Losetown, and Victor has gone to the outside. Now tipping 3 wide down the backstretch. Victor now third, now challenging for second, and now challenging and takes over command. It's Victor with Lonnie Stokes on the outside past the 3/4-mile station, 133 and 2. It's Victor now out in front by 2.5 lengths. In between horses, Skill Factor racing in second, Losetown third on the outside. Kara's All-American tiring in fourth. They have 1/8 of a mile left to go, and Victor takes him on past the 7/8 and down the stretch for home. It's Victor, Skill Factor, and on the outside, Artistry with a late brush, but it is Victor to win it, finishing second. Losetown is close for show between Artistry and Skill Factor. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 4. Rating back is the unofficial winner of race number 5. That's number 6, Victor. 9-year-old bay pacing gelding by Electric Yankee from the Niatros Dam of Plum. Owned by Valerie Phelan of Geary. Trained by Eric Wilson. Driven to victory this afternoon by usual driver Lonnie Stokes. 6, Victor in 2:03 and 4, your unofficial race winner. Gate is rolling for race 6 with PH Catman, George Down, McMarvelous, Materialism, Dillinger's Lady, Urgently, Franco Croupier, and Wild Cherry. A field of 8 behind the gate. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the inside. PH Catman is leaving out. Racing now in second, George Down, and from the outside on the move, there goes McMarvelous with Todd Trides. They race on into the turn, racing out in fourth. Up on the outside, Wild Cherry, Materialism following in fifth. 6 on the outside, Franco Croupier, then comes Dillinger's Lady, and the early trailer is Urgently on the inside with that lead. Past the opening quarter, that is PH Catman in 30 seconds flat. Racing in second, Mick Marvelous third on the outside, now on the move. Wild Cherry racing fourth, and following that cover comes Materialism in fifth on the inside. George down, Franco Croupier following in sixth. To the outside, racing now in sixth. As they make their way now for the half-mile station is Urgently, and the trailer is Dillinger's Lady. Past a half in 1 minute 4/5. Out in front is Stephen Trites, and with that lead is PH Catman. Finish racing now a tight second. That is, as they make their way round the turn, Mick Marvelous down the backstretch. On the outside, Wild Cherry is still there in third. And from the back of the pack, on the move, there goes Urgently. Now racing in fourth. They race on past 3/4 mile station. 1:33 and 1, and PH Catman still has that lead. Urgently now second on the outside, now challenging for that lead. Mick Marvelous is a tight third and looks for racing room. Racing in fourth, that is George down past the 7/8 off the turn and down the stretch for home. Urgently in between horses on the outside. Here comes Mick Marvelous. It's Urgently pulling away in deep stretch. It's going to be Urgently to win it. Finishing second, Mick Marvelous. PH Catman was third. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. Turning now is the unofficial winner of race number 6. That is number 6, Urgently. A 9-year-old bay pacing gelding by Beach Towel from the Albatross Dam Caress, owned by Downey Racing Stable of St. John, trained and driven to victory by Mike Downey. Number 6, Urgently, in 2:04 and 3, the unofficial race winner. Race 7, top of the stretch with Lucky Dealer, Eloquent Desire, Run Them Down, 4 Stars Jaws, Woodmere Big Splash, and Melodies Cookie Boy. A field of 6 behind the gate. Here they come. Here, off and pacing, and Lucky Dealer from the inside is out there to quickly grab that early lead. Eloquent Desire racing in second. Run Them Down looking at it from third. Following in fourth, 4 Stars Jaws. Then comes Woodmere Big Splash, and the trailer is Melody's Cookie Boy. They race in program order down the backstretch for the opening quarter-mile station, and Gilles Barria with Lucky Dealer out in front with a 2.5 length lead, closing the gap from second. That is Eloquent Desire. 31 seconds past the opening quarter. Run Them Down looking at it from third. 4 Stars Jaws in fourth. Then Woodmere Big Splash into the outside from sixth. There goes Melody's Cookie Boy. They race on past the 3/8, and Lucky Dealer takes them off the turn. Now down the lane in front of the stand for the first time. Eloquent Desire racing in second. Run Them Down is gone out first up, now in third. They race on past that half-mile station in 1:02 flat. Out in front with that lead is Lucky Dealer, Eloquent Desire right there in second, and Run Them Down now third on the outside, now gets underway. Racing in fourth on the inside, 4 Stars Jaws. Then comes Melody's Cookie Boy, and Woodmere Big Splash from the back of the pack starts to make a move. It's Lucky Dealer turning it on the front end. Now out in front by 3 open lengths. It's Lucky Dealer racing going on past the 3/4 in 132 and 2. On the outside, Woodmere Big Splash has improved to be second. Now going on to challenge for that lead. On the inside, Eloquent Desire in third. On the outside, Melody's Cookie Boy. They race off the turn. Now down the stretch for home. On the inside, Lucky Dealer. Woodmere Big Splash on the outside. They battle neck and neck. Woodmere Big Splash and Lucky Dealer at the wire. It's going to be close. Too close to call between Lucky Dealer and Woodmere Big Splash. Time for the mile 2:01 and 3. We'll need a picture. Now returning is the unofficial winner of race number 7. That's number 1, Lucky Dealer. A 9-year-old bay pacing gelding by Make a Deal from the Albatross Dam, Rihanna, Hanover. Owned by John Bro of Shediac Cape. Trained by Rosaire Berriot. Driven to victory by Gilles Berriot. 1, Lucky Dealer. His 4th consecutive victory this afternoon in 2:01 and 3. Gate is rolling for race 8 with Daya Harlaka, Ashby Corner, Admiral Bull, Basin View Brad, Jacob, Paragon of Virtue, Noble Senator, and Secret Fantasy. A field of 8 behind the gate. Here they come. They're often pacing, they leave 3 wide for that early lead. On the inside, Daya Harlaka now coming out in front in between horses and still moving as they make their way around the turn is Admiral Bull, but Jacob on the outside has taken over command. It's Jacob now leading it by a length. Daya Harlaka relegated to second. Racing in third, that is Admiral Bull. Driving now up to be fourth, Ashby Corner, then Basin View Brad in fifth. On past the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Racing in sixth, that's Paragon of Virtue, followed round the turn by Noble Senator. Secret Fantasy can see them all early. It's Jacob out in front with Todd Trites on past the 3/8 and off the turn. Down the lane in front of the stand for the first time. Up on the outside and challenging. Admiral Bull is under team by Mark Haig. It's Jacob out in front by a length and 3/4. Admiral Bull in second. Past a half in 1 minute 3/5. Racing in third on the inside. Daya Harlaka and Ashby Corner looking at it from fourth. Basin View Brad pacing in fifth and 6 on the outside. And on the move there goes Paragon of Virtue. And comes Noble Senator. Secret Fantasy well back in 8th. It's Jacob still out in front by 2.5 lengths. Racing in second, Daya Harlaka trying to close the gap. Racing now through past the 3/4. 1:32 and 2, and Jacob still maintains that margin. Racing now second, Ashby Corner is on the move for Stephen Trites, and racing 3 wide, Paragon of Virtue. Past the 7/8, off the turn and down the stretch for home. It's Jacob out in front. Daya Harlaka still alive on the inside in second. On the middle of the track now going for the leader. There goes Noble Senator, but it's not enough. Jacob is going to win it. Noble Senator finishing second is close for show between Ashby Corner and Paragon of Virtue. Time for the mile 2:04 and 3. Now returning is the unofficial winner of race number 8. That's number 5, Jacob. 8-year-old Roan gelding by Blissful Hall from the Log Dam Salt Shaker. Owned by Joanne Davies of St. John, Kim Beaton of Sydney, Nova Scotia. Trained by Chris Davies, driven to victory this afternoon by Todd Trites. 5, Jacob. In 2:04 and 3, your unofficial race winner.